Hey everyone, it's Nye and welcome to a very long and overdue new episode of Nye's Growing Space, the YouTube channel. I'm Nye and my mission is to share my growth journey in hopes to inspire you on your journey. So I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm a little nervous and I'm also really excited. So bear with me through this first video. I'm starting to get things going again. And so if you're watching this, first of all, just thank you. So if you've been, following my content this entire time and looking forward to new videos, thank you so much for your support. I always get, a lot of encouragement from people, and people telling me that they can't wait for the videos to come back. And if this is your first ever video, thank you for checking me out to see what I'm about, what I'm talking about. So first, I just want to get it out where I've been and what I've been doing. So just like everybody, my life has been crazy too. Things have been up and down. Of course, COVID-19, the coronavirus, like that just made everything crazy. And then I found out, I want to say in the middle of May, that I am pregnant and I am expecting my second child after 8 years. I have one daughter who's 8 years old, and so that was a pleasant surprise is what I like to call it, because I was not expecting it at all. However, it is a true blessing that me and my family are very thankful for, and we look forward to our life with a new addition. And so on top of my pregnancy, which has been honestly really rough, I'll make more videos about that because I'm sharing my growth journey and now there is something growing inside of me, so I'm definitely going to talk about that. But I will just briefly say that my pregnancy has not been easy for me. I've been sick a lot, so I haven't felt like myself. I haven't felt motivated to do anything, which is another reason why I have been MIA. And then on top of exactly around the time that I found out I was pregnant, it was a lot of things going on in the media and in the United States in regards to Black Lives Matter. So there has been a lot of racial injustices, police brutality, and things of that nature that has affected everyone. I know for me, in my household, my family, my community, we have been extremely affected by it emotionally, and it has prompted a lot of conversations and just having to think about what's going on in the world, raising a young Black girl that is going to be a woman, and then not knowing if I'm carrying a young Black man. I'll find out soon, but just knowing that I'm going to be bringing another Black child into this world has created its own emotional journey for me. And so along with all of those things, I have family, I'm married, and life has continued to have to happen. Still having to work and just dealing with normal life things. Everything has just been going on. So that's what's been happening with me. I'll continue to talk about my journey and the things that I've overcome and the things that I've been going through as I create more videos. I'll start slow because I don't want to overwhelm myself. So I'm going to start slow and I'll do one new video a week. And again, my videos are always here to bring you value. Hopefully I'm going to talk about something that you can relate to, something that you're going through, and hopefully I can provide you value with what it is that I'm talking about, provide you with a solution, provide you with something that you can take away from this video and actually apply it to your life. I want you to feel like you're getting value from me. That is always my biggest thing, and that's another reason why it's taking me so long, because I don't want to sound like everybody else in the media, social media, wherever you consume content. I don't want to sound like everybody else. So that's been another thing that I've been going through mentally. And so, do you feel stuck or derailed or lost or whatever? If you feel any of those things, I have been feeling stuck at some points. I've felt derailed, as if I was going and I had things going and I had my goals going, and then the coronavirus hit and just ruined all of that, just threw me all off my tracks. And then after that, with all of the other things that's been happening in my life, I've felt stuck. I've been feeling like I don't know which way to go. I don't know what to do. And so the reason why I'm asking this is because I want you to know you're not alone if you feel any of those emotions. If you feel like nobody understands what you're going through, or you feel like everything is happening at once, that you can't catch your breath, and just life continues to happen to you over and over again in so many different ways, and you just cannot catch your breath, I want you to know you are not alone. If you don't know anybody else that's going through some stuff, you can say, I know Narisha, I know Nai, and I know she's going through stuff too, but I'm here to tell you, you're not the only one. You may be going through specific and, different, slightly different things than other people. I know myself, I know the things that I'm trying to overcome, and the challenges that I've been faced with in my life may look different from someone else's. They're still my challenges. They're no greater and they're no lesser than anybody else's, but they're my challenges. And so I know you have your challenges as well. And I know that you are trying to overcome them and trying to figure out, what can I do to no longer feel this way? So if you are, again, feeling stuck, derailed, clueless, lost, it's okay. It is okay, and you're not alone. I like to say that there is a big umbrella of emotions that's happening right now. Under the building of this umbrella is COVID, and dealing with regular family issues, dealing with Black Lives Matter, and whatever, unemployment. So there's all of these big life things that's happening to us that's triggering a lot of different emotions, and there are a lot of strong emotions that you don't know what to do. You don't know what to think. You don't know how to feel. I don't want to keep harping on, coronavirus and all of these other things, because that's what you've been looking at. That's what you've been watching. Like, we know all of those things are going on, but what I want to focus on is, what do we do now? These are the things that are currently happening in our lives. We cannot just sit and say, hey, I'm going to wait until things get better. I'm going to wait until this virus goes away, or, until things get better over here. Unfortunately, we can't do that, because if we sit and wait for things to get better, they might never get better. And I can guarantee you they probably won't get better. So life right now is chaotic. Yes, it is. I can really be honest with you right now. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't see an end to all of this chaos, to all of everything that's going on. So we must find the calm within this storm. It is a huge storm that's happening right now, and we have to be able to find some type of peace, some type of calm, some type of hope within everything that's happening. And that may sound cliche or unrealistic, but honestly, it's the truth. We cannot continue to live every single day going crazy with the storm constantly swirling in our head, because it is not mentally healthy for us. I know it's not mentally healthy for me. I know what I've been going through. I know the storm that's been going on in my head. I know the storms that, my families have been going through, and it's not healthy. We cannot continue to say, I'm just going to wait for things to get better. We have to make things better for us right now. And I'm not saying you ignore the things that's happening around us and in our lives and what's right in front of us, but there is something that we can do just to take a step back, just to give ourselves some time away to get ourselves mentally together and just to take a breath. So how do you do that? How do you find the calm within the storm? How do you make things better if you're not going to wait for things to get better? The first thing I want to suggest is to unplug. I am notorious for this. I took a 30-day break from social media. I deleted all of the social media apps that's on my phone, and the only time that I knew what was going on in the world, I listen to the Breakfast Club every single day. I get my news from there, and then I get the news from when I'm at work, and I just check the news briefly, just so that I know what's happening. But I was not constantly consumed by what was happening with the world from my phone at the palm of my hands on social media, scrolling, getting everybody's opinion. So minimize your media, whether it's watching the news, whether it's on social media, whether it's listening to the radio, the newspaper, just looking at different news articles on the internet. However it is that you consume your content and you stay aware and in the know of what's going on, I want to recommend that you minimize it. Say, hey, I'm only going to indulge in the news for 30 minutes. I just the first 30 minutes, not, the first 30 minutes in the morning, I'll watch the news and I'll see what happened, yesterday or what's going on right now. And then I'm going to leave it alone, because constantly hearing the bad things that's happening, constantly hearing, the death tolls is rising from the coronavirus, or, someone else has, lost their life to, another Black person has lost their lives at the hands of the police. Every single time, I know for me, every single time I hear that news, at least for, about Black people and Black men and women losing their lives at the hands of the police, my heart drops into my stomach and complete anxiety rushes over me. And then having to go to social media and to scroll and see everybody's opinion and to honestly start absorbing the energy that other people are putting out, their frustrations, their anger, their emotions, and their anxieties. I start taking those things in because now I'm thinking about everybody else and their feelings. So it has been extremely helpful for me to say, all right, I've had my dose of social media for today, and I'm just, not gonna engage in social media anymore. I'm not going to engage in the news anymore, because that has helped me. Just taking my time to know what I need to know and then taking a step back. The next thing is practice gratitude. Again, I understand that it may seem impossible to find something to be grateful for when you may have lost your employment. You're struggling with paying your bills. You are suffering from, a lot of anxiety now or paranoia because of what's happening. I get it, but if you're watching this video, I can think of at least one thing that you can be grateful for, and that is your life. At least be thankful that you woke up this morning, that God gave you another day to live, because there are a lot of individuals who did not get that chance today. So practice gratitude. Find the smallest things to be grateful for, whether you have a roof over your head, whether, your family was able to eat that day, whether you were able to just feel the wind on your skin, while you were sitting outside. There are so many things to be grateful for, even during these times. I promise you. So if you're struggling, like, I don't know what to be grateful for, or I can't think of anything, sit down, take a minute, get a list, write down 5 things you're grateful for. And that way you got those 5 things. And when you can't think of anything, or when you think everything is going bad, look back at that list. And when you start thinking of things, start tallying up that list. Add more and more things to be grateful for on that list, and see how big it grows. And then you're going to be able to see that, there's all of these bad things that's happening right now, but that's okay. I have these things to be grateful for. And when you just practice gratitude, and when you become aware of the gratitude that you have, it does make you feel a whole lot better. I'm telling you, it's super helpful. And so the next thing is use your support system. I understand that everybody doesn't have, a big family or a lot of people to support them. But if you have at least just one person, try to use them. And I'm not saying overwhelm them with everything that you're going through, but if you just need somebody to talk to, somebody to say, hey, I just want to let this out. And, if you have multiple people, great. Use them, talk to them. I know myself, I have a mentor. This entire time I've been struggling, I've been talking to my mentor. And then I have a friend that I first started networking with, that I just reached out to her and I just told her, hey, I just need somebody to talk to, and I need, I want your feedback. So being able to talk to someone that is like-minded like me, and to let her know my ideas and the things that I'm trying to do, and let her know where I'm struggling. I'm struggling with motivation. I'm struggling with getting started. I'm struggling with my negative thoughts. To be able to have somebody to talk to that can understand my point of view has been very helpful. And it's what's gotten me to, start my videos again, and to, continue to give me that push. And the next thing is awareness. Practice awareness. If you're feeling bad and you don't know why you're feeling bad, take a moment. Close your eyes, go inside your mind, go inside your body to see what part is hurting, or to see what part is frustrating, and see where the anxieties and frustrations is rooting from, so that way you can address it. So practice the awareness, and also practice being aware of the times that don't seem chaotic. So if you woke up today and today seemed pretty easy, like nothing really happened bad today, you didn't really go across your timeline and see any jarring news today, or another person got killed by the police, another Black person got killed by the police, or anything of that nature, be aware of that and be grateful for that. I went through one day and it hasn't been any breaking news or tragic news today. And then my last thing before I let you go, my videos are usually 10 minutes or less, but hey, it's been a minute. So this one is a little bit longer. Sorry, bear with me. But the last thing is I like to make this clear. I am not a religious person at all or anything of that nature, and I'm not trying to force anyone to believe anything that they don't believe. But if you do believe in God in any way, whether it's a spiritual way, whether it is in a religious way, if you do believe in God in any type of way, now is your time to build that relationship with God. Because I just to be really honest and really frank with you all, that's how I've survived. That's how I am back making videos when everything started happening in my life, and it just felt like I had no control. I didn't see anything good in this world, and I didn't understand nothing that was happening or why it was happening. I had to stop, take a step back, and just give it all to God. I started, I'm reading this book called Getting to Know God. Yeah, I believe Getting to Know God, and it's by Deepak Chopra, and it's a really, really good book, because I've been, on this path of, building a relationship with God and learning more about spirituality. Again, that'll be another video. But this is a part of my journey, and it's a part of my process to continue to build my relationship in God. But I have learned to put my faith in God and to pray and to find peace in my relationship with God. And that's how I know I'm okay, because God created all of this, and there has to be a reason. There has to be a reason that we're going through all of this, and I believe that we all will be okay. I don't believe we're going to come out of this unscarred. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe that it's going to be okay and like nothing ever happened. Absolutely not, because that's just not life. But I do believe eventually we will be okay, because I have faith in God. So again, build your relationship with God if that's something that you believe in, or that's something that you've been wanting to work on. If you're like, oh, I've been looking for a sign, this is your sign. This is your sign of build that relationship with God. Make your relationship with God stronger, because that is where you will find the most peace. So thank you so much for tuning in. So sorry it lasted this long, but I do hope that you found value. And if you have any suggestions, feedback, comments, whatever it is, any topics you want me to discuss, please comment. Please make sure you're following my social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Nye's Growing Space. Thank you again, and I'll see you next week.